It is a beautiful night for football here in the Midwest as we are at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Las Vegas Raiders. Going back to their AFL days in the 1960s, the Chiefs and Raiders are underway. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback, strong sense of himself, totally understands the offense and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Jacobs with a carry on first down as he'll get 3 there before he's taken down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Second down, Jacobs once more. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. And his throw is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr to throw again. And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw, it's Carr. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. That's territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Carr now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside. And my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that's complete to Adams. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Play action. Now Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers, change up their timing, they're going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside if you pick things up.
Yeah, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw is Carr. And it's caught. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. On second down now, it's Jacobs. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about
closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
on third down. Here comes Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it fourth down.
I bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Davante Adams there to make the grab. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Would call that a gutsy decision here early on to go for it 4th and goal. There was no hesitation. Field goal unit never sniffed the field.
It was a message, and the message was, I trust you on offense. Go out and make this happen. Go ahead and pick it up. You know what else he said? I trust my defense as well. If they don't get it, I know you're going to hold them. So it's a message to your team that you believe in them.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And when you think of Patrick Mahomes, you start to think about all of his attributes, and you realize very quickly you can't just put him into one box. No matter how the game proceeds, no matter what is needed, he tends to have an answer for it and plays accordingly.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll make it a 2nd down. Now, Charles, here offensively, you gave it the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this will be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them,
running too much double coverage. Might have a couple of them picked off. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And again, it's Mahomes. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 right at the 30. The drive. Carr. Waller taking it in over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there for the Raiders.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. This is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mention already, on the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Hardman, he is not going to bring this, so they will start the drive at the 25. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now here's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
You can almost hear the silent relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Mahomes now on first down. Kelsey, a nice catch. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 2nd and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll go back to Kelsey. This time it's caught. Finds now it's 3rd and 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Check 48, come on. Check 48.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. Butker's kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And now trotting back out with the rest of his offensive mates, the big tight end. And we peek at some work from this game where he's nearing 100 yards.
And haven't we gotten pretty close in this game nowadays in the NFL to almost taking labels off of the tight end position? These guys now can be the #1 option in an offense, and that never used to be the case. So now how do you even match up with them? Cornerback, safety, linebacker, all 3 will have deficiencies against the best tight ends in the game.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you sit, this is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. This to Jacobs on the toss right. Will lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So third and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on first and 10 at the 20. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second and 9 now from the 21. Mahomes going to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing is Mahomes. And this pass broken up. Excellent there on third down. It's not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And his 2 touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score them, garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays, and I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
first down. It's Carr. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
That's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks. We have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Carr gonna throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfro. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards is all they'll get. It's fun.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The KC offense and Clyde Edwards-Helaire getting the ball back here. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
52's the mark, boy. 52.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. We don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope, his biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
56.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to run really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Jacobs will take this one in for a Vegas touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Carlson down to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And out come the Chiefs now. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. Taps this forward, it's a jet sweep. Play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Derek Carr and the Raiders set for their next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
They fend off. Now Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor. That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A few good points in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it with Jacobs. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense and energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now, Derek Carr. And the Raiders continue to pull away here in this 1st half. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the 1st half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Mike 48.
Trying off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Mahomes. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Exactly what they needed right there. We needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback has been struggling a little bit.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Burton. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. Okay, CD, 2nd quarter, look at their deficit and where they're at on the field. They're going for this, right?
I think that they are because down at this point, they've just made that big move. Ride the momentum wave while you can. I know people think, hey, you've got to get some points here. Hey, you're riding it big time. Go get it done.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire able to take it in from 1 yard out. The Chiefs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1 yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good. It cuts the lead to 28-10. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. after the touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. Phillips now from the end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of it. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. On first down, Carr, the open man here, Renfro, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Working from the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught by Edwards. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Carr now on first down. That's caught by Waller out left side. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 22-yard line. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a second down and 6. Going on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The Raiders on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 2. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL. Find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Jacobs. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone, it looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Right there. 54, right there.
One more time with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this half. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Mecole Hardman. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this in the air. Top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in on the referee. No. So a costly penalty. Yards as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. If you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
48 Mike, 48 Mike.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And these guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Where's 52?
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first of action. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
48,
Throwing now is Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Mahomes to throw once more. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So on fourth down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So they wind up turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there. So they recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
He has shown up time and time again. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
53 check 53.
On second and very short, Carr got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw his Carr. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, second down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now Carr, after the incomplete, pangs him up, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Carr. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. They're already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Gaudin.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Here's Hardman on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 already. They need to play an almost perfect second. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Trayvon Mullen. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And that one is going to sting. First play, quarter, and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trained, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. First to Jacobs on the draw. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw, it's Carr. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end. Touchdown, Raiders. Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up. 4 touchdown passes, carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be and going in the end zone. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Working from the gun, Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
Maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 31.
We got 4. Watch safety green. Watch safety.
Here's Hilaire. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for loss, partner.
A really big loss. Second and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. Oh, look at the juke. 53 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there's a run to be happy with. Solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now here's Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held the game.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. And they knock that deficit down from 29 to 26. I'm kind of surprised that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Carr now on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to work on.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Shotgun now. That's into the hands of Edwards. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game. Continues as we see here. Coverage, not not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Waller taking it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Now Carr again. This go for Renfro downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big play there for the Raiders.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he fires in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the silver and black continue to roll.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Hardman on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly.
Well, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. And the Raiders pick it up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They'll run on first down. Jacobs. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
2nd and 5 now. Carr. Caught on the right side by Adams. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Check 53.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's headed to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt to keep those touchdown hopes alive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr. He hits Adams complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Hardman on the return. And he's up across the 25 to 28. KC's offense ready to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worth worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, that's what you're looking for. You want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Mahomes now on first down. And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner, a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Mike 48, Mike 48.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards, and it sets up a third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and possession will switch hands, first and 10. Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
That is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Jacobs. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Again, it's Jacobs, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, a 5-yard touchdown run, and the Raiders are pouring it on. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bet deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
First and 10. Here's Moons. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
On first down, Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And all the way down to the sideline. Play there for KC.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just saw receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5.
My 52, my 52.
To Mahomes. A throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Noah Gray, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs gain a bit of respectability. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on first and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Extra Extra point by Butker is on target. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. Touchdown. Here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. For Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Sideline throw is caught by Valdez-Scantling. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right, then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
To me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Patrick Unwasser. And the Raiders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities. I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. Slant to Adams. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Tonight, they're getting up there, so
and sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action, but other times you say, okay, they got him on that one, we'll come back to him in another carry.
And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here comes Kansas City. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rock Ya-Sin. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, and they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them. trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down at the 32-yard line.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. It's a pickup of 3, but what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So Carr exits on 4th down, and on comes Daniel Carlson for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 46. The kick by Carlson is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 73 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Come get some. Come get some. Come on here, come get some.
He'll look to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdes-Scantling. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. They'll set up a throw. Another catch for Valdes-Scantling. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Mahomes now on 1st. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they put through the ringer in this one.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he'll not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large. Scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long. Like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. On the return, Phillips. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't in the NFL. We know these guys play, and we just play through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain.
Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, it's Jacobs, and this is going to be a Raiders first down. Made just shy of the 40. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very tight there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
2nd and 14. On Play action. It's Carr. And that's complete to Adams. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Chris Jones that time coming in with a tackle behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
48, Mike. Coming for you, son.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 44, Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
That, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Mahomes firing complete. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
You ain't going nowhere. 48, Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now it's Mahomes again. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles
through people, but they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So yet another in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
After the field goal, here's Butker kick away. Phillips now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll wind up with about 6 past the 30 to the 31.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed,
They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
48, Mike, 48.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 2. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. To the right, it's Kelsey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep